Today we will dissect the 2001 romantic thriller Original Sin. Yes, as its title sounds, you are in for some Adam and Eve character arcs, but in a worldlier manner. You know what I mean? Obsession, lies, and desire led us to temptation. On one side, you have the prettiest actress of this era, Angelina Jolie, whose screen presence is enough to give you thoughts of love and all things forbidden. On the other side, you have the Spanish heartthrob who played Zorro, Antonio Banderas, who also won Cannes Best Actor Award for his role in 2019's drama film Pain and Glory, which is a terrific performance, by the way. Original Sin is a provocative thriller that blends elements of romance and mystery, directed by Michael Christopher and starring Angelina Jolie and Antonio Banderas. Released in 2001, the film transports viewers to the atmosphere of 19th century Cuba, presenting a tale of love, deceit, and betrayal. It's crazy that Angelina Jolie was nominated for the Razzie and Stinker Award for her role in this, which is basically the worst actress nominees for a film, but looking back at it in 2023, you would go back to change your verdict for sure. Not because she features in some romantic over-the-top flick, which is a delight to look at, for sure. But every time she is on screen, she justifies the role of a con artist and an actress. Too many roles, but you are in for a treat. 4 minutes into the film, Angelina Jolie delivers the line, "This is not a love story, but a story about love." You might have heard that line in another film. You guessed it right. The 2009 romantic comedy 500 Days of Summer, well, turns out they borrowed it from here. The film is filled with some ironic one-liner dialogues. Set in the late 1800s, it is based on the novel Waltz into Darkness by Cornell Woolrich, and is a remake of the 1969 Francois Truffaut film Mississippi Mermaid. The story revolves around Luis Antonio Vargas, Antonio Banderas, and a mysterious woman named Julia Russell, Angelina Jolie. Luis seeks a mail-order bride to join him in his life. He is surprised to see the beauty who appears before him. She alleges that she sent false photos to him to assure that he would love her for what she is, and not for her beauty. He tells her he is not a clerk at the plantation manor, as he had mentioned in the mail, but the owner. They get married later that evening. The 1800s sound good for marriage, I guess. No dating, no breakups, and no hookup culture. Just send a handwritten mail and boom, you're matched for marriage with the prettiest of pretty girls. The Tinder of the 1800s. Where do I sign up? On their marriage night, Julia excuses herself by saying, "You have to give me a few moments. I'm shy of these sort of things." To which our gentleman replies, "I'll give you as many moments, days, and nights as you need." Fair enough consent is the key to consent is the key to any relationship. A day or two passes as she gets accustomed to her new life. Then comes one of the most romantic scenes in film that was originally 20 minutes in duration, but cut to a few minutes because it was giving too much of a vibe. Well, I personally would have loved sitting through it. Netflix and chill, baby. Angelina Jolie effortlessly embodies Julia's enigmatic nature, exuding sensuality and vulnerability in equal measure. She carries an air of mystery that keeps the audience guessing throughout the film. Antonio Banderas, on the other hand, delivers a compelling portrayal of Luis, a man torn between his desires and suspicions. The chemistry between Jolie and Banderas is palpable, adding an extra layer of intensity to their on-screen interactions. Next day, Luis receives a letter from Julia's sister, who's worried and waiting for a reply on the account of her mail marriage and whereabouts. Julia is reluctant to reply, saying she wasn't very kind to her in life, but Luis persuades her, and she writes. Having found the love of his life, Luis gives access of his bank accounts to her. Later, while working, a woman comes into his office stating that the letter she received is not written by her sister, but by a stranger. He gets on his horse and shoots home only to find out that his bank accounts are empty and Julia has fled. Now starts a series of suspense and plot twist till the end. While Original Sin excels in its aesthetics and performances, the film suffers from a somewhat convoluted and predictable plot. The narrative starts off strong, establishing an intriguing premise, but as it progresses, it relies heavily on twists and turns that become increasingly contrived. Certain plot developments feel forced and artificial, detracting from the overall impact of the story. However, the film does manage to maintain a sense of suspense and intrigue, keeping audiences engaged despite its shortcomings. The film's exploration of themes such as desire, obsession, and the destructive nature of secrets adds depth to the narrative. It raises questions about the nature of love and the lengths people are willing to go to satisfy their desires. The moral ambiguity of the characters adds complexity to their relationships, blurring the lines between right and wrong. Original Sin attempts to delve into the darker aspects of human nature, but its execution falls short of achieving a truly thought-provoking exploration of these themes. In terms of pacing, the film moves at a steady rhythm, alternating between moments of intense passion and slower, more contemplative scenes. The romantic undertones of the movie are balanced with moments of introspection, allowing the characters' emotions to unfold gradually. The soundtrack, composed by Terence Blanchard, effectively underscores the mood of the film, accentuating the tension and romance on screen. In conclusion, Original Sin presents a visually appealing and romantically charged tale of love and betrayal set in a captivating historical backdrop. While the film boasts strong performances by Angelina Jolie and Antonio Banderas, as well as impressive production value, it falls short in terms of its plot, resorting to predictable twists and turns. Nevertheless, it manages to entertain with its steamy atmosphere and exploration of desire. If you're a fan of romantic thrillers and can overlook some narrative flaws, Original Sin might be worth a watch.